Storm incoming. I think it's just typical northwest weather. I'm in the drone mode, aren't I? 1 second. I had to do that. Yeah, it's just typical kind of... I don't know. This is not uncommon in the northwest. Anyway, shall we start to prep something? So, let's see. Where shall we go? Let's bring up, that should show you sim brief, I think. Have you seen where Eagles Dare? I have seen where Eagles Dare. Can you fly to that airport in the end in flight sim? Firstly, no. Secondly, I don't even know where it is. I don't know where that is, Donkey. It's been years since I've seen that film. The day Baz moves to Microsoft Flight Sim is a day all life on Earth ends. Baz always says that what stops him is that he can't fly all the aircraft in his fleet, I think. Is that right? What's Edinburgh? Is it EGPH? Is it? Is Edinburgh a PH? I think so. Yes, it is. EGPH. Airline. EasyJet. So what should we be? Pick a number, guys. Easy one. Yoke with an Airbus aircraft. Yeah. So here's the thing, firefighter. I am not using my stick in my right hand down here to fly the Airbus when I've got my throttle mounted right there. Not going to happen. Anyway, I'm literally not going to change flight sim equipment for every variation of plane that I fly. Like, what happens when I fly something with a stick in the centre? What am I going to do then? 420. I like 420. It has a little ring to it. Airframe. A320-200. I think it's that one. The CFM 56 engine. I think it's that one. Registration. That won't do, will it? Golf. I don't know. Fag. We'll just make one up. Unless anybody happens to know an EasyJet tail number. Not that it really matters. Not one jot, but hey ho. 1 hour flight time, apparently. Expecting to depart out of runway 27, arriving in 24. Donkey, I would not jump on VATSIM when I am not proficient with the aircraft yet. No way. The Google says where Eagles Dare Airport was Eigen am Amstel in Austria. There you go. Simad, see you later, bro. See you later. Right, so it's predicting something like that. More routes. There's a Nats one. That's the Nats one. There's a sim brief one which goes that way. Well, what the heck is that? Just randomly goes via Newcastle. Official IGN, thank you for 40 wallets. Squirrel is the best streamer around. No, I'm not. Well, thank you. With the best community out there. Agree with that. 41 months and counting. Thank you. No, thank you for your support. As an ace control on VATSIM, there were days I got absolute noobs to the network and I had to talk to them through ATC procedures. You see, I would never do that to a controller. Like, the way I view things is, you go online. I mean, this is my dumb view of the world, but you fly online when you're capable of handling the plane, right? Just like you go online racing when you're actually capable of keeping up a decent speed. The people who go on there are like, oh, I learn while I'm online. Like, that just doesn't work for everybody, does it? Really? Not really. Doesn't help anyone. But that's my naive view of the world. I quite like that because I'll take that one because that's going to take us a bit over Liverpool, and I quite like the look of that departure. So we'll go with that one. What did we have? Pole 4 Tango. Although that looks like a very... How does Edinburgh work? Because that looks like a very direct route into Edinburgh. How do they pick up... Do they normally get vectored at Edinburgh? Do they normally get, like, they get to Tartan? What a name. Tartan. Fantastic. Do they get to Tartan and then kind of get chucked out here or something? How does it normally work here? Or have they got some kind of arrival or something? This doesn't have the star in the flight plan. Ah. Look at the charts. Listen to you. I'll tell you what, alright, let's book it in and we'll have a look at the charts. Let's generate that. So we go generate flight plan, get rid of that one. And then we end up with this. I'm just going to import that into Volanta just so that it tracks it. There we go. Put that over there. Cool. Flying to Edinburgh. Well, if we make it, Rob, we'll see your house. We might get a bit too close to your house, you never know. Just playing with Transport Fever 2 and upgraded pack service to TGV trains. Nice. Camera refresh is making the display look very psychedelic. I'm not sure there's a lot I can do about that. That's basically an interference between the camera's frame rate and the monitor's frame rate. It happens, you know, there's not a lot you can do, I don't think. So what's the block flare? 5.5 tons. No idea. So it says Pole 4 Tango departure, I look of it. And then we're going to have to work out our arrival, because that ain't going to work. It's our cruise altitude. 22,000 feet, blimey. And then a load of stuff about weather. Looks quite a strong westerly wind coming in. Miniman, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Yeah, so there we go. That'll do for now. So we'll get rid of that. Let's bring this up. And we'll go flights. New flights. From Sinbrew. Okay. That's a bit of a weird turn though, isn't it? So we go straight out of Aspen. Like my hometown, St Helens, is about... Try to get my bearings slightly. Liverpool here, Manchester here. Probably about there somewhere, I would suggest. St Helens is around here, I think. Or maybe here. That's just probably like... Actually, no, you got the... No, I'm wrong, actually. It's so hard to tell from this map. Probably about here-ish, I think. Yeah, I think it's there. You're from St Helens dark side. Nice. Yeah, so that'll take us this way, Leeds Bradford direction, so we should see the Pennines on our right, probably. Behind the town hall. What, you live behind the town? One of my mates was born behind the town hall. Actually, just to the side, as you look at the town hall, 2 streets to the right. Can't remember the name of it. Right near the bottom end. You fly once a year to just keep on drinking and praying. Lol. Vincent Street. Might be Vincent Street. Bomber Vincent. That sounds familiar, yeah. It's been years since I've been there. I've forgotten all the town names. My school, dark side, was Holy Cross. You know, just behind... that's my primary school. That's where I went when I was a A little kid. Right, so Edinburgh. Let's have a look at the approaches to Edinburgh. He's born in Whiston. I was born in St Helens Hospital. Don't remember you, Pierre, from Denmark. I can't, not from that name, no. Oh, you was in Parish Church? That's where Mrs. Squirrel went. Bizarrely enough, I went to Holy Cross, Mrs. Squirrel went to Parish Church, and they used to come to the restaurant for lunches at my school. And I never met her, and then in my 20s, I met her and found out she was from the school right next door. How weird's that? Right, let's have a look. ILS 24. What is that noise? Sounds like something's fallen off the back of the plane. Can you try running Permcon Route 7? The heck? I'll try it, Alex. Permissions for command route set for group undefined and higher, whatever that means. It sounds like some bit of metal's just rattling. The place where you got food ain't there anymore. Do you know what? I used to bring packed lunches. The food was that bad. It was horrible. And the dinner ladies used to make you eat overcooked cabbage, and it was just the most disgusting thing. EDN, TLA. Where does TLA go? TLA would do that. That looks fine, apart from the last waypoint. That would work, wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't like the look of that one. If we could go in via the TLA transition, if possible, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Should we try that? Let's turn that off and see what we can do in the plane. Right. My flight. Import. You went to Cowley? Mr. Squirrel didn't go to Cowley. She went to Rivy Road. Re-import. Yes. 80 page local here. TLA transition is standard. Tartan is there for ATC clearance only to my knowledge. Thank you. So we'll try and get TLA. IRL, they don't go via TLA. They vector to Tartan, I think. Okay, you just said the opposite of what Stigl said. Let's have a look at the METAR. Departure. 230 at 11 knots, that's fine. Few at 2,500, scattered at 3,200. 16 degrees, lovely. Lovely weather. Meanwhile, up in Edinburgh, 15 knots, that's fine. Broken at 3,500. Cool. Actually, we're doing pretty lucky on the weather though. That's fine by me. Yeah, not bad at all. Flying at 220, 200 nautical miles. I love this EFB, it's great, it's really nice. I sent you a hottie with some... Careful. I sent you a hottie with some games name on the back, including ETS2. I think I remember that package. I'm a student IRL flying puts that I will be very shortly. Now that I don't know if you know, I have a share in a Sakata TB200. Actually, bizarrely, that's one of the reasons I messaged Amir. Because I said to him, I've got a TB200 share if you want to go flying this summer. And he was like, hell yeah. Because I need to get my hours up this summer. To which his response was, do you want a key to the Phoenix? I was like, yeah. Taking noise from the engines, the fan blades, windmill in the wind. Why does it make a weird noise like that? Right, weight and balance. Let's get the... So I planned 162 packs. 3,800 tons of fuel planned. That's not what we're going to load though, is it? Oh, there's cargo. Duh. Yeah, that's better. 5,500. I was going to say I read a different number. Load aircraft. Let's go fast time. So it takes 9 minutes to load. That'll do. Right, let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. What do we want to do? I'm trying to remember what key. There we go. Taking as the blades rattling around, they're intentionally loose. That's scary. Atsu, I think we need to go first, don't we? Because we need to go in and we need to flight init and load the flight. That looks correct. Okay. Init page, let's try and get the flight plan. Actually, no, we need to do the reference thing, don't we? 1 second. Let's remember how to do this. IRS init. Is it copy it like that? How do you confirm where we're at? We're here. It knows where we are, but I can't remember how you actually say to it, yes, we are here. But it says all three are aligned. I need to confirm. Right, okay. Active flight plan uplink. Beautiful. I think the IRSs are aligned, aren't they, Alex? That's the thing. What are we today? We are easy 420. That's what we are. So I think there's still things that you have to put in yourself, like this. Cost index is 31, apparently. Cruising at 220. Minus 27, lovely. Oh, I'll never forget that night over Mancho Grande, Docknader. Are they aligned on the overhead panel? They absolutely are, Matty. Absolutely are. Use your current airport code. What force are in? Use it for what? For scratch pad? To do what? D Camel, thank you for 35 months. This comes around fast. It does indeed. Madness, thank you for 77. Fletcher Reed, 18. Thank you. Right. I don't know, Pierre, mate. Honestly, my wardrobe is full of stuff. I really need to go and have a clear through. I couldn't tell you. I no doubt will. I've not put any weight on, so it should be fine. Init page done. Let's see. Our block fuel was 5561. I think. 5.56 tons. Zero fuel. Now, I think we get this over. Whoops. That's my wing view, by the way. I think we get that from here. Now, confusion. Is it this number and this number that goes into here and here? So zero fuel weight CG. Zero fuel weight. And then is that the zero fuel weight CG that we use? Does anybody know? Scratch where you've got the line selects in the IRS init page. Right. It's so it's this one. So it's these two we want. So 54.3, 30.6. 54.3 slash 30.6. Right. 54 point. Sorry. It's gauge check. Actually, I need to wait till it's finished, don't I? I can't do that until it's finished. It's the left two, yeah, okay. The left is fuel zero, the right is gross. Yeah, so we want these two. So this is the gross weight, and then the gross weight CG, and then this is the zero fuel weight CG. Gotcha. Yeah, we've got to wait for the final load sheet. What else can we do while we're waiting for the final load sheet then? I take it we can do the flight plan bit. Flight plan, EGGP, right, there we go. So departure from 27, and it was the Pole 4 Tango, wasn't it? If I remember. Insert. then we can go into plan mode. No, we can't. Not on this side. Probably need to go on the other side. How do I get over there? Sorry, my camera. I'm still getting used to all the cameras I set up. That'll do. Can we go to plan mode over here? There we go. Right, that looks fine, doesn't it? Over to pole. Yeah, that's pretty much what we planned. No, it's not, Matty. It's not. It's the first two. It's the first two. Trust me, Matty. Meta Marty's in chat, and he programs this stuff for a living. If he says it's the first two, it'll be the first two. Trembo, thank you for 11 months. D Camel, 35 months. Right, so, yeah, and then we need to work out our arrival. So it looks like it currently finishes at IMPIP. Is where it's currently ending. IMPIP is our last waypoint. Yeah, I think I have too, Matty, but it does make sense it's the first two. It does make sense. Right, EGPH, let's see what we've got. Arrival. ILS24. Let's see. Now we've got a bunch of... Tons 1 Echo. These are different to what Navigraph was showing. It's got a bunch of arrivals. Actually, we didn't look at the arrivals. I did not look at the arrivals on Navigraph, did I? I was looking at the approaches. What would that look like? That would look like that. That's no good either. Probably that one. In 1 Echo is the arrival that we wanted. Doing well, Flyby, thank you. Yeah, I think that... What's this? Why is it drawing lines everywhere? What the heck? Show visual overview. 2-4. It's just added a whole load of lines now. How do I remove those? Is there a Control Z option? No, of course not. Thank you, Trimble. Would that make sense to use the one that you returned to input? Yeah, I think so, Alex. I'm just trying to work out how to get rid of all these other ones, because I've clicked on all these and it seems to have added them. But, like, how do you get rid of them? Like it's added Gerva. Go away. Didn't want it to do that, really. I just wanted to visualize. I'm sure Navigraph used to have an option where it would show you all the different arrivals. It would, like, literally, you would hover over something. I remember it. You would hover over something, and it would show you all the different arrivals coming in. And you'd be like, oh, right, I probably want that one. And you could just select it. Whereas now, you seem to have to click each one to figure out which one you need. IOCON next arrival. No, I tried that. It just did this. Well, yeah, sorry, that is it, Alex. That is what I wanted initially. Yes. So you click that, and it shows you the different arrivals coming in, and then you can go, right, I want that one. Streamer blindness. But what I want to know now is how do I just get rid of all this stuff? Because I've added these random waypoints. I don't want to add to a waypoint. I want to get rid of it. Does this game reference helicopters? What do you mean? Night gaming, mate. Thank you very much for tier 3. The Phoenix A320 SE, not jealous at all. Okay, I am. Dude, it's available for sale. Anyway, so we were going for the... Let's put it back to here. So we know we definitely want that. And then... You see, we've got no transition. Why do we not have a transition? El Plagiato. I think I might be able to beat 1,000 years on that one. At top you have multiple impips, you probably want to delete backwards so you have left. That's true. You do indeed. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. ILS. There. That's more or less what we want. Big question, is it worth it considering flyby is free? I've not really flown the flyby, so I couldn't really answer the question. They call via in A320 lingo. Yeah, but Matty, how do we choose this arrival, this transition here? We've got a TLA transition, right? TLA transition, which looks lovely. Looks lovely. However, we can't select it. Do we have to manually put it in or something? You don't need one, just vector in on the ILS for Tartan. Is this plane really 50 quid? Yes. Bin Chicken, thank you for 7 months. You flying the Airbus nearly every day? I'm literally not. Where the green line is Tartan. This is Tartan here, fine. But what, you think we just vector ourselves in? Because I remember, if we insert that, I've got a feeling... So it reckons Tartan at 7,000. So we're going to be here, and then have to vector ourselves like that. You lasers use a couple of custom waypoints to get you into the approach. Yeah, but that's quite. I know how to do that in the 737. I'm not sure how to do that on the Airbus. Long time viewer to be exact. Been give ETS too. Little Jaros, welcome. It's your job. Nice. Well, there's Llama, but that seems like a bit of a hard... Well, you could add Llama from Tartan like that, or is that just a... Is that a waypoint? It would know about it. Potentially go like that and go wide. It's point bearing distance to enter Tartan 155. We'll add a waypoint 5 miles after Tartan on a bearing of 150 degrees. It's point bearing distance. Okay. Interesting. Let me try that, Alex. So I would add that from Tartan, would I? So from Tartan, we'd say next waypoint is, and we can put that in, Tartan 155, and put it here. Or have I misunderstood that? Well, it wouldn't be 150, would it? Type in scratchpad not by clicking on a waypoint. Oh, so you can't actually add it as another waypoint here. I couldn't add, for example, what would that be? Say 045 or something. You can add PBD in next waypoint if you like. Where's PBD? Where are you seeing PBD on the map? Oh, place bearing distance. So you can do it. Interesting. So I could put Tartan at, and then say 030. What distance would I want? I'm not sure. The distance is the problem, isn't it? If you want a bearing of 030, and then how far? Well, we can probably get an idea from this, can't we? So if we're here, and then we go like 030 off that way, is this 40 miles out? Blimey. So let's say 20 would be here, 30 miles maybe? Pure guesswork. Pure guesswork. So let's say 30 miles, and then we put it in next waypoint. We can, yeah, absolutely, case though, we can vector ourselves in. But I'm genuinely curious as to what you can do with this thing, right? So you put next waypoint. Oh, look at that. It actually works. No way. So a bit far, maybe 20 miles would do it. How do we edit that? Probably can't edit it. That's actually a really handy feature. Tartan slash 030 slash, say 20. Yeah. That's not terrible. So coming out of there, it will then take us to here, and then we just literally hook a left and we're in, right? I think we go with that. You go PBD, then literally just do a left turn and come straight in to capture the approach. I think that's I like that. Yeah. It makes life a little bit easier, doesn't it? I like it. Anyway, have we finished loading? That's the question. Yay, boarding complete. So now, I think we come down to the load sheet, don't we? Which is off the menu. Atsu maybe. Receive messages. Here we go, load sheet. 162 passengers. 0 fuel weight, 60.8. So we know that bit. Uh, 60.8. Which is there, and 31.2. Yeah, actually go in there. So I think that's that. Don't you just do app via in the Airbus? I'm not sure, for pause. Honestly, I'm so rusty on the Airbus. What do you mean by app via? What, you, as in the flight plan, you can click on what, EGPH and then do approach via something? There's probably a load of ways to doing it, but I'm keen to learn them all. Yeah, exactly, flyby. We're just kind of working out. It's just a big learning curve. Get rid of the discontinuity. Did I have one? Flight plan. I do have a flight plan disco. Why have I got a flight plan disco? Interesting. Oh yeah, well that's, yeah, well, the reason we have that disco is because when we get to the end of that waypoint, it will literally have to go heading hold and then turn left. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But we can just remove that. So it's like that. I mean, that's not a terrible approach, is it? Coming in. Takes us over to CIT4, and I think that'll work nicely. Yeah. We'll see how we get on. I think we've got bigger problems. Right. Init fuel predictions done. Init page is done. So now we need to think about performance and stuff, don't we? So, coming back over here, we're all fully loaded. We can probably remove... Oh wow, it boarded and automatically removed everything. That is superb. Nice. IRL vectors we final, but you're clear to LNAV, do it yourself. Yeah. We're not doing... let's get the APU going. Do we need to turn all these off now? Probably. It's okay to learn. There we go. Oh, Olicast, it really is. Why have they not disappeared? They should have gone. If boarding's complete, they should have driven away, surely. Or maybe we have to tell them to disappear, I don't know. It's quite nice, that, isn't it? How do you move the trim wheel? You can just mouse wheel it. Yeah, I'm surprised they've not gone already. Mass and balance, we don't need that, that's all done. So, we go to departure now. And EGGP27 dry today. Sync the load sheet, that's correct. Sync the weather. Calculate the departure. 135, 135, 138, flaps 1, down 0.3, 61 flex. Flaps 1, 61 on the flex. Now, can we... I don't know if you can technically do this yet. But if you go... You can't really adjust the pitch trim until the engines are running, can you? So you can't... You just gotta leave that for now. Yeah, this is the trim wheel on the Airbus. Like I say, whether you can... I don't think you can adjust it yet. Right, what else have we forgotten? That's the climb phase, that's fine. Is the perf page all done? I think so. I think we're up to engine start now, aren't we? Don't think there's anything else to do at this point. Although, we should probably have a quick look. Actually, we'll do it via this thing. We'll have a quick look at the chart. So they import the route from SimBrief, and then GGP will go for ground chart first. Parking stands. So I think we're here at 53. It's not showing us for some reason, but we're at 53. There's the airport, which is showing us where we are. Well, that's just gone. Yeah. So we will have to push back and then go down Alpha to Alpha 1, take off that way. Do you need an account for Navigraph this plane? To be honest, Torch, I don't know what you do if you don't have Navigraph. I don't know. Maybe somebody else can answer that question. So I think that is our departure, the Pole 4 Tango. That's on the way out like that. What else do we need? Do not climb above 4,000 until cleared by ATC. That's the main thing. So, 4,000. Press the B key, can't bother looking at the barrow. Hectopascal selected. What was our takeoff speed? 138 plus 20 is what you normally had? 148? No, hang on. Do we go 158? Is it V2 plus 20 or I can't remember. Can anybody remember? You leave it dashed, it's an Airbus. Oh really? Okay. I've been flying the Boeing. Do we arm the auto throttle yet? Probably not until the engines. I think we just engine run now, don't we? There's nothing left to do at this point, I don't think. That's got the flap speeds here, look. Flat 1, 230. This is the limit, VFE. So the limit of flaps 1 is 230. You never arm it manually, fair enough. So there's nothing else to arm at this point. We don't arm autopilot yet, do we? We do that as soon as we get up, I think. Literally trying to remember how to fly this. Right, pushback. I know that we're not allowed to use the pushback tool. Wait a minute. Before I do this, we have external power at the moment. I know the APU is live. On the Airbus, we don't have to manually flick anything over, do we? We can just disconnect ground power and it automatically ties the bus. So I don't think, like on the 737, you have to, if you forget to come in here and flick that switch, you're like, Everything else looks good. So I think we just get rid of all the chocks and stuff. No, I don't think they do van riff. I think it's pretty much automatic. Actually, I don't know if the APU bleed needs to come on at this point. We could put it on now. Get some aircon in the cab. Make things a little bit cooler so nobody's sick. Juzzy, thank you for 13 months. Throw another month on the barbecue. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think we're good here. Let's make sure the seatbelt signs are on. Cabin is in auto. Nothing else to do there. You press bleed on the power after the external power is if. Right, so you put this on once the power's disconnected. Right, let's get rid of the ground stuff. Lots of powers in chat, yeah. I tell you there would be. Lots of people helping. So we've got to get rid of chocks and cones. That's going to pull all these, isn't it, presumably. And get rid of the ground power. There we go. That's the thing I was slightly worried about then. So it looks like it just clunked over. Everything appears to be... It really is. It really is a tense moment. Okay, we get some pushback then. Then we can start the engine. So I think we have to use... Is it Shift P or something?
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
Yeah, the pushback tool in EFB is literally the same as that, though, I think, Alex.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
That's so cool.
Standing by for pushback.
Reverse.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Okay. Pushback direction. Is it left? No, it's right. So, what was you saying, Alex? Something about... There we go. Right, while we're doing that, start engine, oh blimey. I'm so used to the Boeing now. Screen's gonna take off. Oops, straighten up a bit. That must have been a while ago, Pierre. Let me just get this lined up and then we'll figure the rest out. Always playing with 2-1 pushback, never had issues. I don't know, Phoenix team said don't use it because it was causing frame rate issues for some people. I don't know. Just stayed away from it for now. Oh.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Alright,
Parking
parking
brake
brakes
set.
on.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Let's get the beacon light on.
Ground. You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Clear to
Just the
disconnect.
layout and everything's
Pin
different.
has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Something's not right. Yeah, the beacon light's on, but we're not getting an engine start. Or maybe I need to do that. Nah, it should have been spooling up. Oh, there we go. That's better. You need to put the window heat to auto. Why? Crawler Snipe, thank you, 55. That's not spooling. I'm sure the CFM's a lot more bassy than that. Something not right though. Well, that's what I was looking to see. The fuel pumps were on. I definitely put them all on. Fuel pumps are all on, but it's not. No, the fuel pumps are on. If they were off, they would be lit up. They're definitely on. We've even got gen coming out of here, so it looks like it's already started, but it didn't make the audio I expected it to. And that doesn't that normally flick back though? Maybe I threw in the fuel too early. That should have gone back on its own, surely. Or do I just... Oh, that's the Boeing that flicks back. So we just do that then. Fair enough. Problem is, I'm used to what the Boeing does, and I'm not remembering the Airbus properly. Maybe we can go to that view. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Yeah, the startup sequence in the Boeing is different. So with this, you just put it on start and then throw the fuel switch on. Like with the Boeing, you have to put it on and then it spool up, and then you throw the fuel in, and then it flicks itself off. That was a bit quiet, wasn't it? Why was that so quiet? Checklist for the win. Yeah. Actually, it does have, I think, checklists in here. But it has, like, abbreviated checklists, I think. Operational flight plan. There you go. 4 start, cockpit prep completed, barrel ref, ACARS, parking brake, fuel on board. Did it be flex temp? Did we set the flex? Yeah, we did 61. Takeoff speed was set. Pack signs. On and auto did that. Beacon transponder. We didn't do that. All doors closed. Transponder should. Try to remember the 7,000. TARA. That doesn't go on until you get on the runway, does it? Can't remember when you put that on. Don't think you're meant to put that on when you're in the apron, are you? Can't remember. Anti-ice, flaps 1 and config. So now we can do controls, and we should be able to, I think it was down 0.3. Flaps 1 set. It's TA only. What, in the apron, or that's just what you put it on anyway? TA1 in the apron, TARA went into runway. That sounds about right. Flaps, APU needs to come off. Let me just double check this. There's nothing else I need to do. Oh dear. Turn it off. Beacon lights are on. Taxi light needs to come on now. Strobes are on auto. TRA is approaching the runway. The weather radar will fry the ground crew. That's what I thought. I vaguely remember something about that in the apron. You don't put it on because it emits radio waves to the ground crew. You're on both gens. Avail usually means shows the upper gear gens are available. Okay. And that should go off on its own, shouldn't it? Let's see, flaps, cam memo. Econ memo, take off, no blue. Let's have a look. Auto brake, max. Spoilers, armed. Takeoff test. Okay, no blue. Love it. Right. Entering runway, takeoff runway, strobes on, packs. Let's do it. Let's bring up the graph. Let's bring up the port 1 so we can quickly see where we are. So I want a left turn down Alpha, right to the end, turn right. I think this Liverpool scenery is a community one, which means it's better than default, but not like top draw, but it's good enough. Looks okay. I think it did get done with the world update, yeah, but I found that the stand area was a bit meh. Does it show constraints on the NFD? Probably have to put that on there, and then yes, it does. Sharktooth, thank you, mate. Thank you for 35 months as well. Almost 3 years. How is your camera matching your head movements? That's rad. It's not rad. It's been out for like 8 years or more. It's just head tracking. There's 2 ways of doing it: head tracking and eye tracking. Actually, technically, there's also face tracking. I've got Dublin in... We're going to go to Dublin later today, I think, Northern Irish. I've got Dublin scenery from Orbex, I think. So we will do that later. Right. So, now we can go into what, RA. And we can put the landing lights on. Takeoff light is on. What else do we want on? Wing light don't need. Strobes and auto. Is that on auto? I can't tell. Yeah, that's in auto, isn't it? So that'll detect, I think, when you go on the runway and turn itself on, I think. Don't need to worry about cabin pressures. The Airbus does all that for you. So let's see. We're going to be making a right turn out. I'm going to go... Get my detents right. I'm going to go into the flex detent. Don't need toga today. Go into the flex detent. It should... Do I need to arm auto throttle now, or does it... No. Yeah, there's the answer there. Flex detent, and then we'll go on the climb. Then it'll ask me to pull back into climb, I think. We'll come out of flaps when we can, and then we'll go autopilot 4,000, and then we'll clear ourselves further up, all the way to 22. It'll arm itself when you enter flex toga. Cool. So I think that's it. There's nothing else to do here, is there? Sorry, I'm just a bit rusty on the Airbus. I want to make sure I don't cock it up. Where's the clock? So the 737 clock is over here. Where's the clock on this thing? 780. Barrows are fine. Where's the clock? The chrono, where is it? No. There we go. God, it's so different. Literally all day Tuesday I was flying the 737, and then on Thursday just switched to this. And it is such a change of gear. I only got it on Thursday, Hern Dog. Literally got it on Thursday. I was out most of Friday. I just haven't had much time in it at all. After you've finished setting up all your controls and everything else, getting your camera views ready, blah blah blah. That doesn't say flex. Why does that not say flex? That says man thrust, it doesn't say flex. That's not right. I think the thrust is set wrong. Landing gear not down. That's because I put it up. There's climb. Gonna say good luck, yeah. We'll just hand fly it for a second. We've got a warning light. Nav ATC transponder standby. Nav ATC transponder standby. What's all that about? Had a couple of warning lights there for some reason. CCAS not on. Did I not put it on? Should I put that in auto maybe? It's on TAR, eh? Top left auto. Ah, is that what I didn't do? Fair enough. Holy smoke, that scenery. Wow, that's Liverpool, look at that. That is not bad scenery. Blimey. That's Liverpool docks. That's crazy. Why not climbing? Because we're restricted to 4,000. We have a 4,000 limit until ATC clears us. That's what it said in the departure. So we'll push ourselves up shortly. I think they keep it low so you're not barreling out of here, and then off we go later. 4,000 till pole, I think it did. Well, it didn't say until pole, it said until ATC clears you, but I think you've got to get out of this town before it'll let you push up. That's pole, so we'll just go up now. Would you? Why are you not climbing? Is it on a restriction? Yeah, it's limited to pole until 4,000 pole. Yeah, we could do an open ascent now, or we just leave it and let it manage itself. I think we'll just do we'll just stay where we are because we can have a look at scenery. No, you pull it if you want to go into open and ignore the constraints. Otherwise, you push it just to set it, but it'll fly the constraints. That's how I understand it. I'm not in the wrong mode, D22. I'm in the exact mode I wanted to be in. Because we haven't yet passed pole. Yeah? So we'll stay here and have a look at scenery for a minute. Classic wing view. Nice. Nice. Looks so good, doesn't it? External camera is so loud. I was just wondering if you're flying over St. Helens. Wait, that's the M6, isn't it? I bet you that's the M6. Yeah, that will be the M6 going through there. Pretty sure about that. That's possibly Wigan. It's hard to get your bearings. That's just fantastic scenery. Anyway, let's open her up. Is that the M58? Or the M58 junction with the M6? It might be the M62 junction with the M6, I don't know. Under pressure. Nav barrel ref discrepancy. Cross-check the barrel references. We're on standard pressure. Why? Oh. You have to do both. Okay. Interesting. You can set them to be linked in the EFB settings. I think I might do that, Alex. Which app is that? Is that in here? Or is that in... No. This one? Sleep mode, reboot. It's not that, is it? Sim settings, probably that one. Units, cabin, cabin lights, cabin visibility, airframe, controls. There we go, linked. EFIS barrel control linked. That's the one. Aircraft modifiable information. Auto TCAS on. Interesting. Didn't feel like it. Okay. Route. Flick height. Wait, why will that go down? That's a mouse wheel, that one. Okay, so far so good. Plane looks amazing, yeah. Look at that, what a cracking view. Need to learn how to assign Stream Deck. Well, assigning views to the Stream Deck is no different to assigning views full stop. Because all the Stream Deck really does is mimic you pressing keys, right? How do you put in the ILS? You can either put it in the rad nav page. Hold on. I'll get used to these in a minute. You can either press rad nav and you can put it in here, or the Airbus is quite clever. When you select an airport arrival and you say ILS 27, it will just punch it in yourself. So it's quite nice. Does the gear lever on the Bravo quadrant work? PegTac. I had lots of problems with it. I disabled it. There's two things I disabled, and I did it on the 737. I disabled the trim wheel on the 737 in particular, because when I nudged the trim wheel on the 737, it would disconnect the autopilot. And of course, it's quite easy to knock it. So on the 737, I disabled that. It's a great wheel, but it's so easy to knock. It's annoying. The gear I disabled as well on the 737. I haven't tried it on the Airbus. On the 737, the PMDG, it would get out of sync. So I would put the gear up, and the main gear would come up, and the nose wheel gear would stay down. And then I'd press down, and then the nose wheel gear would come up. But now the gear's all up, and the button's down. It just didn't work, so I disabled it. On the Phoenix, I haven't tried it. Sharktooth, I think I said thank you, but thank you 35. The gear is a pain on the PMDG. There's always a bind it to game to make it work after you gave up and used AO. Funnily enough, if I just press the Stream Deck button to lower the gear, it's fine. But if I use a control for the gear, it doesn't like it. You need to select on release when assigning the gear lever with Bravo. Is that in the PMDG or in the Phoenix or in both? What, these? I think these are the window heater, I believe. Yeah, so where's the, there's a sun visor, isn't there? I think there's sun visor down. Oh, we haven't got one. I just think that's blinds. Little blinds that you can pull. Where's the sun visor going? Isn't it normally here? It's further up. Oh, is this it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so the funny thing is like, it actually genuinely works, because if you put this down, not only can you see the clouds properly, but you can now see the cockpit. Look at that. Whereas if you put this up, you can see the clouds because your eye like closes down, but then all the cockpit's already dark. So it works a bit like the iris on your eye. It's pretty cool. You can even put this one up as well. I think you have to, you move this out the way somehow. I can't remember how you do it now. You click that, and then you can click that, something like that. I think you might click that. No. There's a way of hiding this, but I don't know what it is. See, look how whited out that is. It's on the microphone. Or it's up here somewhere. Where's the mic on this? It's like a weird click point somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Next to the cup holder. Or here. Other end of the cable. What, down here? I'm not just going to randomly click things. What does this do? Oh my god. Would you have to click it down there or something? No. There you go. And then can you put that back? Oh, you can't have that with the sun visor. Interesting. You can have one or t'other, because with that up, you can't have that mounted. That makes sense. Love it. Yeah. I've actually got, I was saying to Alex, these suction cups are ram mounts. I've actually got one of them. There's a dual one, and they make a triple one as well with 3 suction mounts, and then a single. And I've got them. They're fantastically good.